And now, it is my pleasure to introduce our chair, Paul Lucas. Many of you will know him as the former head of GlaxoSmithKline here in Canada. As CEO, he was a roll-up-your-sleeves kind of guy, involved with industry work and a contributor to the community. We are very lucky to have him at the head of LSO because he is very much a roll-up-your-sleeves volunteer and is helping our organization in many, many ways. So, Paul, please come up and present the Lifetime Achievement Award.
I love that picture. Gonna have to get a new one, I guess. Well, good evening, everybody. It's great to see everybody here tonight and see so many familiar faces in the room. And so thank you for coming. And as Jason and others have said tonight, we really appreciate you all being here, supporting LSO, and particularly to our sponsors for this evening and during the year for supporting us with your financial support. So. It's my privilege tonight to present the Life Sciences Ontario Lifetime Achievement Award. This award is a very prestigious one in that it is unique in recognizing a highly respected individual who has inspired and led the community to imagine a bigger future for life sciences. And our winners have been individuals who are significant contributors in more than just one domain, so industry, government, academia, volunteerism, and philanthropy. This year's honoree is going to join a list of very accomplished leaders in the field of life sciences over the years. Individuals such as Mark Lavonin of Sanofi Pasteur, Mark Poznansky of the Ontario Genomics Institute, and John Dirks of the Gardner Foundation, who are all with us this evening. We do want to take a few minutes tonight to pay tribute to two other previous honorees who actually left us in the last few weeks, Joseph Rotman and Dr. John Evans. We've all been saddened by their passing, as these were two great men, larger than life itself, two icons in the field of life sciences and beyond. Joseph Rotman, as CBC wrote in his obituary, collected many accolades and held many prestigious positions. He was a prominent businessman and philanthropist, lending his name to the U of T's Rotman School of Management. Joe's business legacy includes the merchant bank and private equity management firm Clairvest Group, which he founded in 1987. He was appointed an officer of the Order of Canada in 1995 and elected to the Canadian Business Hall of Fame. I first met Joe as a member of the Ontario Bio Council, if you remember that, which he chaired. And it was this experience that launched Joe's commitment to the life sciences. He was instrumental in helping to build the sector in Ontario over the last many years. And the Ontario Brain Institute is just one of his many accomplishments in the field. I was privileged to know Joe and was extremely thankful to him for mentoring me through my retirement planning. Dr. John Evans, as the Toronto Star wrote following his death, brought a doctor's compassion for patients to every relationship he had, building up a broad network of friends and supporters. A true Renaissance man, his polyvalence extended beyond medicine, taking him to the heights of academia, business, and technology. He was a companion of the Order of Canada and was inducted into the Canadian Medical and Business Halls of Fame. He was named a Rhodes Scholar. He was the first dean of the McMaster Medical School at the age of 35, which was incredible. President of the University of Toronto and CEO of Allelix, Canada's first biotechnology company. And of course, he was the driving force behind the creation of Mars and was its founding chair. Mr. Rotman and Dr. Evans were both extraordinary individuals who made gigantic contributions to the world of life sciences and everything else they touched. I was honored to know and work with both of them, as I know many of you did. They will be sorely missed by all of us. Thank you. So, our honoree this year is another extraordinary individual in the Canadian landscape. one who has made most of his contributions on the food and agriculture side of the life sciences. And you can see we have a bit of an agricultural theme tonight with a couple of our awards, and I think that's terrific because the technology of life sciences really covers and transcends all elements of the life sciences. John Oliver epitomizes the attributes and accomplishments that we want to recognize with the Life Sciences Ontario Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm personally thrilled that John is being recognized tonight. I first met John when I joined Eli Lilly in 1974 as a sales representative. I was on the pharmaceutical side of the business, and John was with Elanco, the agricultural side. I don't know how we met, but it was a small company back then, and we actually talked to each other on different sides of the business, which was great. I always remember John as a real visionary, a man with great energy, commitment, and dedication to the business. And he always seemed to be having such a great time. Agriculture to me sounded like just a wonderful place to be, and he loved it. And I have a couple of old colleagues here in the room tonight who remember those days. He truly loved the business, and nothing has changed for John. Here we are 40 years later, and John is still that visionary, absolutely dedicated to making a difference in Canada and the world, and still having fun. Let's take a further look at John.
A catalyst for action, role model and mentor, articulate advocate, optimistic enthusiast. These accolades for John Oliver speak to the work he has spearheaded, championed, and led during his accomplished career in Canadian agriculture. John's contributions can be found in the farm field, in the boardroom, in